Hello everyone, my name is Cherie, and this is my April 2026 wrap-up vlog, where I go over all the media I consumed in the month of April. But before that, a little Kickstarter update. So our Kickstarter campaign did not reach its goal. We had $2,005 worth of pledges. 14 people pledged. Out of those, there was only one person I didn't know. So it was an interesting experiment, but I think in order for Kickstarter to succeed, you have to know a lot of people and they have to be willing to pledge. But the good news is I did have two people say that they were going to donate regardless of the success of the campaign. So based on those donations, I was able to make a proof of concept. We shot that just a week ago. And I just finished editing it, and I'm gonna put it at the end of this wrap-up vlog. And a proof of concept is just to show investors your ideas, to get them to invest in the movie. And that's a more traditional route that people take in filmmaking. So stay tuned for that. All right, now on to the media I consumed, starting with books. I did finish a book in April. It was Greenlighting Yourself by Mark Scott Zickery. And Mark is the founder of The Table, which is a group I belong to in Los Angeles. And the book goes over all the lessons he's learned from his years working in the Hollywood system. He's mostly been a writer on series. He's done both animation and sci-fi series. And then screenplays. I read 4 screenplays. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Hamnet, Hannah and Her Sisters, and On the Waterfront. Now, 3 of those 4 did win an Oscar for Best Original Screenplay. The only one that didn't was Hamnet, which was based on a book. But of the 4, I would highly recommend you read On the Waterfront. That was written by Bud Schulberg, who is a great writer. He also did A Face in the Crowd. He wrote that one. And he wrote a great book about old-time Hollywood. It's a fiction book called What Makes Sammy Run. So if you like stories about old Hollywood, I definitely recommend you read What Makes Sammy Run by Bud Schulberg, and then read his screenplay for On the Waterfront. I didn't watch any series in April, so let's move on to movies. Now, April is National Arab American Heritage Month, so I rewatched 4 of my favorite films: Cairo Station, Captain Abu Raid, City of Life, and Peace by Chocolate. I recommend all those very highly. And then I found a new one to add to the list. Traitors from 2019. It's about a Moroccan punk singer who needs money in order to make a demo with an established producer. And so she accepts a gig to be a driver. And it's not a legal driving job. I really enjoyed it. It was fun, and I will definitely add that to my list and probably rewatch it next April. I also rewatched some of my favorite films: Beyond the Valley of the Dolls, The Lego Movie, The Red Balloon, and The Sting. Next up, the catch-up films. The first is The Americanization of Emily, which stars James Garner and Julie Andrews. And evidently they each said that this was the favorite film that they made. It was charming. I had never heard of it. It's a World War II movie, and it's just really fun. If you like World War II movies or either of those actors, definitely recommend it. The Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans. Now, I had seen the original Bad Lieutenant with Harvey Keitel years ago, and it wasn't my favorite, let's just say, but I kept hearing about this one, starring Nicolas Cage in all his craziness, and Eva Mendes, and I watched it and I loved it. It was on the Criterion Channel. So it's just a crazy satire of police procedurals. And it was directed by Werner Herzog. Next up, Gloria, starring Sharon Stone. I also loved this movie, and it's a remake of a Gena Rowlands film. And a lot of people online say the Gena Rowlands Gloria is far superior. So since I liked this one so much, I definitely look forward to seeing the original. The Illusionist. This is an animated film based on an unproduced script by Jacques Tati. And the main character is a magician who is based on the character of Jacques Tati. It takes place in Scotland mostly, and it's also a charming film. Influencer. I saw this on Netflix. It's a horror film about an influencer who goes to an island and bad things happen. It was really fun. And the lead antagonist, she was great. So, and evidently it did so well that they made a second one. The second one's not on Netflix right now, but as soon as it does get on Netflix, I will be watching it. And then I finally saw Roofman, starring Channing Tatum. And I had been looking forward to this one. It's based on a true story about a criminal who hides out in a Toys R Us. I love Channing Tatum. He's charming, so I will watch anything with him in it. And I did really enjoy Roofman. And then last on the catch-up list, Saturday Night. And this was about the very first broadcast of Saturday Night Live. Gabriel LaBelle plays Lorne Michaels. Now, he also played the Spielberg-inspired character in The Fabelmans. So I wonder who he's going to play next, because he was great in both those roles. So another thing I did in April was I finally started editing together all this old footage I had taken from right before COVID. And it was for my channel, which is called My Silicon Valley. And it was going to be a series about, all the places you could go in Silicon Valley. And then COVID happened the weekend we were going to shoot the introduction. So I still had all the footage taking up space on my computer. And I finally decided to just edit it all together. It would still make a great proof of concept for a series. But because it was, 6-7 years ago, I'm calling these segments the before times. Because I don't know if these places are still open, if they're still, giving tours and all the stuff what I did right before COVID happened. But I have a series of videos. Now, what I was thinking of doing was putting them at the end of this vlog, but they're about 6 segments, and it's just going to be way too long. So I'm going to put them together in a compilation and just put that compilation out on this channel so you can see it. So when you get the notification for that, please do watch it, because I put a lot of time and work into them, and I think it's fun. And if you don't know much about Silicon Valley, you'll learn a little. All right, and the next thing was I learned how to upload one of my projects so it would appear on Letterboxd. So you have to go to the movie database and submit all the information there, and then the movies you make can appear. So I loaded the half-hour backstage musical I had directed back in the late 80s. And I have some short films that I can load to that too, and I just haven't done that yet. But I was really happy to discover this. I'm on Letterboxd. And then finally, Project Santa Cruz, proof of concept. So we shot this last weekend. I had originally wanted the opening shot to be like this drone shot that kind of goes from the person's feet and pans up, and then you see the lighthouse in the distance. And it wasn't really working, just based on the kind of lens in the drone. It was a little too wide. So my cameraman ran behind me and had the camera on a gimbal, and then he was able to run and do the moves that I wanted. So I was pretty happy with how that turned out. We need to reshoot this, because you know, we need to just tighten up a few of the camera moves. I'm not really happy with how I look. I need to get into a little more better shape, and I want to work on the costume a little. And then we didn't have the actor that I had written the brother part for. So my cameraman just did the role, and so we would need to insert those. Oh, and I forgot a prop. I got all the way down to Santa Cruz, and it's like, oh, I forgot the smartwatch, which is the opening line is, hey, I really love this Christmas gift you gave me. And it was supposed to be the smartwatch because she went on the jog. Anyway, so yeah, there are little things that need to be fixed for the final version of this scene. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with it, and it shows, you know, just kind of what the opening would be like. This is the opening dialogue scene in the movie, and yeah, hopefully investors will enjoy it enough to want to invest in the film. I just used your Christmas gift on my run. I love it.
Dad had a stroke.
What?
Dad had a stroke. Hello?
Yeah. When?
2 days ago. I'm at his place now. You should... You need to come see him.
I don't know, Brad. It's kind of hard.
How many years has it been now? 10? 20?
Not enough.
Sarah, please.
Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video.